Hello and welcome. I'm Wayne Belisle with this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This week we're going to be talking about identifying and profiting from your ideal customer. Oh, look, it's important to know who your ideal customer is. All right, it's you, if you're going to create a marketing plan, that's kind of key. Now, many business owners, well, we'll take anybody who comes in. Yeah, true. I mean, I had somebody come in today. They're just starting a business. They're not really my ideal customer, but we'll work with them. Sure, yeah. But when I'm doing marketing and when I'm looking at expanding or growing my business, knowing who your ideal customer is what is it that you sell or the service that you provide that is who is it perfect for? All right. And also who is willing to pay your fee or your the price for your product based on what is what you're selling. And that's kind of key because not everybody, let's be honest, not everybody's a good fit for you. You shouldn't be unless you're Amazon, then I guess everybody's a fit for you. But for small businesses like us, we can't be everything to everybody. All right. So we need to kind of sit down and make a decision on this. All right. We start by researching the characteristics and needs of your ideal customer. What makes them ideal? And then once you do that, excuse me, you will then be able to create the message, the products, and the promotions that will motivate them to buy from you. All right. Now, so think about it. If you're not in business yet, it's a little harder because you're going to have to sit down and say, who is it I'm trying to sell to? But if you're in business, which I hope most of the people who are watching these videos are, do the 80-20 test. What's the 20, out of the, let's say you got 100 customers, the 10 or 20 that you work with, that you enjoy working with, that you know you're giving them value and that they're more than happy to pay and they refer your friends. That's your ideal customers. So who are they? What problem is this group trying to solve? Yeah, that's important because remember, every sale happens because the buyer has a need or a want or a problem. So what is it that's being solved? All right. That's important. Also, what triggers the sale? All right. Uh, Somebody comes into us that their business, a couple of reasons. One, they feel like they pay too much taxes, or their business has grown and they feel they're out of control. And they see some of these videos and they're like, well, let's go get some help. So, what problems cause them? What triggers the buying decision? Okay. And what are the top products and/or services that fulfill their needs? Secondary to that is what are the entry products? What is it that first causes the customer to contact you? It's kind of important because like somebody comes into me and they pay too much tax. So the entry products is the tax return. The secondary upsell product is now tax planning. And finally, we sell them into one of our three packages that we have, saying this is the one that fits best for you, which gives us reoccurring revenue. That's the kind of thing you look, but you got to have an ideal customer set up. What are why are the what are the entry points, and then why are these the top selling products or services that bring them in? So your marketing shouldn't be like I just walked you through our funnel. Basically, we have the entry product. We sometimes it's bookkeeping they come in for, and I sit down with my daughter and they do that. Sometimes it's I'm just paying too much taxes. We start right there, but I got to do their tax return. Not necessarily. I do tax planning with people I don't do the tax return for. That's rare, but it happens. All right. So, but if these are the entry point products or the products that best fulfill their needs, why and how? How are they doing it? Another question: what are the end results that your customers are seeking? Everybody says price. I've done a blog article or two or three. You can find them, and I did a video. When people are customers are surveyed across all industries on what's important to them, price comes in fifth, sixth, seventh. You know, other things are first. You can find that one like convenience, uh, having the ability to talk to somebody, knowing I can come back if it breaks down, that you'll fix it. Or if I buy it online and it breaks down, I'm pretty much in trouble. All right. So, what are the end results that the customer is looking for? right? Um, this one's a little trickier. What is it solving your customer's problem worth to them? Yeah, I got a problem. What's it worth to them? That's when you're selling, you're trying to figure out, I've learned this over the years the hard way. Prices are much more elastic than I think because what my solution is worth to one customer is not much, but what it's worth to the next customer is a lot because they're in a lot more pain, which there it is. What is the pain that the customer is having? What is it, and what is it worth to them to solve it? I mean, I have somebody who's walks in and they're paying, they've I can show them they're paying $50,000, $60,000 too much a year in taxes. What's that worth to solve? Is that worth a $500 bill or a 5,000 or a $10,000? What is it? See, there's a big difference, but you have to work there. Now, on the entry points in all your products, especially your entry point products, what are the price points your customers are comfortable with? I always tell people I'm not the cheapest, I'm not the most expensive. I'm not. If you're looking for price, I'm not your guy. That's not a bad place to start with because if you're, I just had this discussion this morning. If you're with the clients in their office that was in here, if your main point of emphasis is we're the cheapest, you're always going to be not necessarily the cheapest. Somebody's going to come in and do it cheaper. All right. So what do you do different? Customer service, expertise, on-time delivery, whatever it is. What do you do that separates you from your competitors? So and that makes the price differential. People are willing to pay more for the price if they're going to get it on time and they have confidence that it's going to be right. All right. Every industry is different. All right. Another thing to look at is what is your industry's current marketing trends? What marketing and sales are your competitors currently doing? Doesn't mean they're right. All right. So people I met with today, everybody was doing a certain type of advertising. Hell, we just looked, and we were too. We cut it out, and nothing happened. Sales were the same. Right. So some advertising and marketing is constantly changing. So you need to adapt with it. All right. I don't do a lot of advertising and marketing in the traditional sense. I do these videos. We post to the blog. We basically, we got a book we wrote. Emails go out. We sell more, and I communicate with my current clients more than anything else. Which leads me to the next thing. Once you identify who your ideal customers is, are, hopefully there's more than one. What's the best way to communicate with them? Might not be what you think. It might be more than one way. All right, it might be social media, radio, face to face, direct mail. Don't forget direct mail. That sometimes works. And how do customers come across your products or services? Where do they find you? All right. I'm kind of a strong believer in, yeah, marketing has its place, but I can see, and I often have worked with companies, that they make more sales increase by finding ways to increase sales to their current customers, because their current customers already know that, hopefully, if you've done a good job, know you, like you, and trust you. So getting sales from them, reminding them you exist, upselling them other products that alleviate a need. You don't sell something just because, hey, I got this new product, you might want to look at it. No, it has to fulfill the reason why the customer buys. Asking for referrals, because those are the second easiest people to sell because they've been referred by somebody they trust that says, yeah, they're very good. You need to go talk to them if you have this problem. All right. This is, boy, just touching the surface. Can't do a lot in a 10-minute video. But this gives you an idea of how to identify your ideal customer. Um, you might want to pick up my book, which I don't have a copy of it here. That's funny. It's on the wall in the back, the 90-day profit reset. Um, that has a lot of stuff in there that's really quite good, especially in the appendix. If you want a free copy, just give me a holler. I got some here. I'll be happy to give it to you. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Belisle saying, first of all, you notice I got the tooth fixed, so I'm not the hillbilly accountant anymore. Well, it's a temporary fix, but we're working on the permanent fix. Anyways, Wayne Belisle saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you at church. Take care. Bye. And we're out of here.